Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Of course, if you're seeing this for the first time, my name is Nick, and here we talk toys of all kinds. And sometimes, just sometimes, we might talk a little shit about other subjects. However, today what I'm going to do is come at you with another nostalgic type review. Now, this one is for the G.I. Joe Classified series, Stuart Outback Selkirk figure. And I don't know how many of you guys know exactly who Outback is or when he came about. I know this figure is pretty old because I had it when I was a child. Probably 87, 88 maybe. But I do know it was one of my favorite G.I. Joe figures out there. He's a survival expert for G.I. Joe, and he doesn't look like your standard military guy. He's got the big red beard, things like that. Pretty cool accessories that come with this figure, but enough about that. Let's go ahead and punch in and take a look at him. Alright guys, what you're going to see here is the box for the Stuart Outback Selkirk figure from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Nothing great here to speak of because we all know Hasbro's windowless packaging sort of sucks. But you look down here, you get your Classified logo, your Hasbro logo, your Stuart Outback Selkirk name, a tiny picture of the figure here, some really killer chalk art of the figure in here in the middle of the box. You go up here, you get your warnings. He is, of course, number 63 in the series. You go down the side of the box and you'll get the same chalk artwork except a little bit more detail to it at the top. On the back, of course, you'll get the figure and, of course, his loadout picture here. Another picture of the figure. All of his specialties down there. All the legalese you could ever want in your life. You can pause to read this if you want. And, of course, down this side, you'll get all his specialties again. He is a survival expert. Other than that, I don't know what any of this means. You'll have to check the website for that. And on the bottom, of course, you will get more legalese and your barcode. When you open the package, you'll be greeted with this cardboard weapons locker. Inside, there'll be a baggie with all the weapons. There's not really much to speak of here. It does have the 63 in the series and his name on it. Other than that, pretty standard box. And he'll be tied in this cardboard coffin kind of contraption that Hasbro's been using. I'm really not one for these. I do miss window packaging, and I'm glad Hasbro's bringing it back. Alright guys, let's talk accessories. This guy's pretty loaded. When you get him, he'll have the little cardboard weapons locker in the box, and I'll show you that here in just a moment. But when you get him out, you'll get this baggie, and it's going to have all the accessories in it. It's going to have this really killer rucksack here, and it's going to have the clip for the gun. It's going to have the knife, the survival flashlight, the AK-type weapon. You'll get the pistol with the taped handle and the E-tool. The E-tool doesn't fold, unfortunately, but this guy does actually come with quite a bit. The magazine even seats into the bottom of the rifle. Alright guys, here we have Stuart Outback Selkirk himself. The figure is actually really nice for what it is compared to the one I had in 87. He does, of course, have the standard classified articulation. He's got the boot cut. He's got the ankle rock. You come up here, he's got double jointed knees. He has the ball joints at the thigh cut. He's got the waist swivel, the ab crunch. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. You see here he does have also wrist swivel and wrist rock. You come up here and his head does turn 360 and does have a good up and down range. But if you look at the figure all together, the loadout looks great on it. It's just an excellent figure, period. It does have, of course, the double jointed knees. I do like the paint and the textures on this figure. They look really good. The head sculpt, a lot of people have complained that the eyes are too big. Mine actually look okay. And a lot of people complain that the elbows are a different color than the arm. The red wash on the arm, I think, is supposed to be his arm hair. But the elbows do look a little bit white on mine also. If you look at the shirt, it does say survival on it. Now, the old figure in 87, the survival was kind of in an arc. This one's a little straighter. But yeah, I mean, all in all, this is an excellent figure. It does kind of give me vibes from John Carpenter's The Thing. It does kind of remind me from MacReady from it. Or, you know, Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 3, except he doesn't have the eye patch. But yeah, I mean, all in all, this figure is excellent from the washes and things like that. Now, I will warn you guys, when you get them out of the package, the straps do have to be messed with, sort of. The strap for the rucksack has to be pulled down a little bit to be in the place it needs to be in. And these straps have to be pulled down the thigh because they'll be inside the thigh joint for the most part. And the knife sheath down here actually has to be pulled down the boot a little bit for it to be seated where it needs to be. But other than that, pretty tight figure, tight joints, solid 8.5 to 9 out of 10 from me. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me today and checking out the Outback figure from the G.I. Joe Classified line. Again, this figure is a huge nostalgia trip for me. I had this guy back in '87. He went on a lot of adventures in my toy box. I had a couple different versions of him. There was one packaged with, I think, Crazy Legs in '88. And I had that one too, and then they released him as a Night Force figure, and he was released in several different color schemes, things like that. But I think I only had the one from '87 and '88 as a kid. But I know that this is a good figure. Like I said, I'll leave a link below so you guys can purchase one of your own if you do happen to want one. I know there are a lot of G.I. Joe completionists out there, army builders, things like that. The only reason I bought this guy is for nostalgia purposes, again, and to review him on the channel so you guys can check him out. Speaking of that, you guys are awesome. I've gained 16 or so subscribers in the past few days. The last few videos I posted from the Spin Master Batman line have went up in views. You guys are amazing. Without you guys, this channel wouldn't be where it is, and I wouldn't keep making content. You guys are awesome. And with that said, guys, I'm going to punch out, and I will see you later.